Introducing the L702SP, a 5-axis machine tool alignment system for boring mills, machining centers, multi-turns, and lathes or turning centers. Part 2. How to check alignment on a multi-turn machine. Let's see how the L702SP works on a complicated multi-turn style machine tool. First, the L702SP is inserted into the main spindle, and the T1295 target is inserted into the Z-axis spindle. Then MultiTurn 10 software is opened, and the machine axes and tolerances are entered into Step 1 machine setup. Next, we go to Step 2, qualify laser, and align the laser beam to C1's rotational axis using the T1295's angular lens. To align the laser, we first record the data point with the L702SP and spindle in the inverted position. Next, the spindle is rotated 180 degrees to the normal position, and a second point is recorded. Then the L702SP's angular knobs are adjusted to align the laser to C1's rotation axis. The laser is now ready to take straightness measurements. To record the data, the lens is replaced by the light shields, and we go to Step 3, axis straightness. Then hit record to take the first data point. Move the Z-axis by the distance entered in Step 1. Pause and hit record. Repeat for each point on the axis. To measure pitch and yaw, the lens is installed and the display is switched to angle mode. This changes the displays into angular values and becomes pitch and yaw. Next, we click on the W-axis tab in MultiTurn 10. Move the target to the C2 spindle and record the pitch and yaw data just like we did for the Z-axis. Changing out the lens and switching the display back to center mode, we record the straightness of W. With the Z and W straightness done, we can now focus on measuring squareness of X to Z and Y to Z. Since the L702SP's laser scan plane is perpendicular to the main beam, it can be used to measure squareness with the addition of the T243 target base. To measure squareness, switch the laser and target to scan mode, and click on the Squareness Z to X tab. With the X-axis extended, click record to measure the first point, then move the axis in hitting record at each location. To measure Z to Y squareness, switch to the Z to Y tab and move the axis up hitting record at each point. With those checks done, we can now focus on the Y-axis, which requires another setup. First, we install the L702SP into the L702RA fixture and insert it into the spindle. Then move the machining head over the laser and do a 2-point buck-in, that is alignment, to the Y-axis. To record Y straightness, we move the machining head up the Y-axis and hit record at each measurement location. Finally, we need to measure the squareness of Y to X using the T243 target fixture. As before, switch the L702SP and T1295 to scan mode and turn on the laser plane. We're now ready to take data for Y squareness to X. With the data collected, we can now go to the results screen. Here we can view the straightness results against the tolerances. A machine graphic helps identify each alignment parameter. You can also see the squareness and parallelism results. By clicking on the next button, you can see the straightness for each axis plotted on a graph. Select the axis under Data Source to view the straightness plot. Click on Print Report to print out the results or save them to a PDF. Please make sure to visit our YouTube channel to see more videos on our laser alignment products.